I just built a $3,000 dashboard in 15 minutes. But here's what most people get wrong. They think pretty dashboards said, well, they don't. Businesses simply pay for tools that help them save time or enable them to make better decisions, not pretty chats that look good in screenshots. I run an AI consultancy where we do this exact builds for businesses, and I teach over 500 plus builders this exact method inside my community. The difference between charging $500 and charging $5,000 has nothing to do with your coding skill. It's about extracting value before you even touch a single line of code. So in this video, I'm walking you through a system that turns business problems into premium solutions. And if you're building dashboards the way everyone else is, you're simply leaving thousands on the table. Anyways, enough of the talking. Let's fix that. Most builders start backwards. They start to design first, then they focus on value later. That is why dashboards do look pretty in reality, but actually it's not valuable to the end user, which is why they get abandoned in about 30 days. Because if your dashboard doesn't do these two things, which is save the business time or make the business make better decisions, then that is basically what differentiates you between the $500 pretty dashboard or still a pretty dashboard but enables the business to save time or enable better decisions. In order for us to build the value dashboard, as I've said, we're going to need two things. First of all, the design is just an inspiration that we're going to get so that we would know how the visual layout of the dashboard looks like. At the same time, we still want it to be pretty, right? So we're going to go and head over to Dribble, which you can see here. And all you want to do is just search for dashboards here. And simply, we just want to choose a dashboard that looks good to us on first sight. So I do like this. So what I'm going to do is just click on this and just click on save image and just save it. Simple. And the next thing that we are going to do, we're going to get the interrogation prompt that basically its whole purpose is once you paste it into Antigravity will ask you questions to get more understanding on context of what the end user would be, why they would be using it, what problem is solved, so that it is positioned as a value first dashboard rather than a pretty first dashboard. So you want to click the link in the description below and you get access to the interrogation prompt. And once you have these two things, you want to head over to Antigravity and create a folder on your local computer and just open that up in the agent manager, which you can see here. You want to paste in the prompt over here, which you can see it's quite long, and at the bottom you want to attach the image that we saved from Dribble. And also one thing I want to add is that the image that you get from Dribble might be in a different format, so you might need to convert it to a JPEG using a free online converter, which I just did. So you want to paste in your interrogation prompt and the image, and what you want to do is just click on send here. Now it's going to analyze everything, and then it's going to start asking you the interrogation question. And once it's done questioning you, it's simply going to build. But let's see, you can see here it's analyzing the uploaded image and it's basically extracting the visual characteristics of that image. So now you can see it's heading over to phase 2, and you can see it's asking me a variety of questions. You can see, let's start with the fundamentals. What's the user's daily reality? What's the business context? What's the pain point? And after that, you can see at the end it says, after asking these 3 questions, it will adapt to the next questions based on what you tell it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go quickly and answer these questions, and once I'm done, I'm going to show you what it does next. And you can see here it's about to start the implementation. It's about to install Next.js because we said we want to build a full stack application with a real super base backend and authentication. But here's the thing, knowing how to build is only half the battle. The real skill lies in knowing what to build, who to sell it to, and how to package it so businesses actually pay you $3,000 to even $5,000 for it. And that's exactly what my team helps you with. will help you identify high demand offers in your market, systemize your service delivery so that you're not reinventing the wheel with every single client, and ultimately help you land your first deal. If you want that level of support, you can click the first link in the description below and we'll get you set up with that. Anyways, it looks like it just finished, so let's accept the npm run bev and let's see what it looks like. So it just finished building the backend. You can see here it is asking us to set up a Superbase backend before it continues to build the remaining pages basically. And Superbase is free. For context, it's just basically a database that we can easily set up so that the information about the setters, the closers, all those kind of things are saved online, not on our local computer, so that anyone can access it. Not just that, but it's like a live data, because if something updates, it updates on another device too as well. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to open the Superbase setup and going to copy this. Then we're going to go back to our web browser. And all we want to do is that we want to create a new project, and let's call this sales dash. We can generate a password. All we have to do, let me copy this password and just click on create project, and make sure you select the region that is closest to you, but I believe that should be chosen automatically. Then once you're here, you want to go over to SQL editor, and once you're here, you want to go back here and get the schema.sql, which means we'd have to open the editor, which we can see here. And as the schema.sql, it's right here. But all we have to do is just copy this, go back, and simply paste it. Once we have this pasted, I just want to click on run, and you can see it gave us success. Then the next thing is said that we should get the seed.sql. So basically, for context, the schema.sql, if we go to the table editor, it basically created the tables with column and rows. Just think of a table like a normal spreadsheet that you know in Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. Just think of it like there are multiple sheets inside this spreadsheet, which is basically the database. So now what we are going to do is that we're going to get the seed.sql, which is basically the data points. Think of it as the data points. Now we're filling up. We can open a new tab here and basically fill it up. Okay, so we got an error. What we are going to do is that we're going to copy this error, simply go back to Antigravity, and what it's going to do is simply going to fix it and give us the proper seed.sql. And then you can see it just finished fixing it. What we can do, we can just drag all the way down, copy this, go back, replace this, and run it again, and you can see success. Perfect. And now if you were to go to the table, you can see now it's filled up with information about setters, users, and all those kind of things. So now we should go into project settings, go into API keys, and go into legacy. Then what you want to do is copy your public key. I think we have the editor open, so we want to go into the editor, and you can see the .env here. We want to paste in our public key here. Then you want to get our URL, which if you were to go to data, we would find the project URL here. Go back, simple, and just send it over. And you can see now it just triggered the agent browser to basically see if there are any issues. And now I'm not the one using the computer, it is basically Antigravity's agent browser. It's basically checking. You can see now it's going into the setters page, and obviously the setters page has not been made yet. There's also an issue because the data is not being added, which I can see here, even though the Superbase backend has it. But that's the whole point of Antigravity. It's going to look at the issues and solve it for you too as well at the same time. And you can see now it needs my input, so I'm just going to click on here. It's going to take me back. Just click on confirm. You can see I identified that there is no data showing, which I was right. So now I'm going to debug and see why that is basically happening. So now it just gave us a fix, and what we are gonna do, I'm just gonna copy it. Let's go back to Superbase. Then I'm gonna go to the SQL editor. We're gonna open a new. tab, and I'm gonna run this command. Query. We're gonna see success now. Now I'm gonna go back and we're gonna say I just write it. And now it's going to open the dashboard, and perfect. You see, we have data, which means it fixed the issue on its own, which is why I'm telling you, knowing how to build it isn't really the battle. The real skill lies in the rest of the things that I've stated. And now I just finished creating all the pages. And what it's going to do now, which you can see, it's going to open the browser, which it just did. And now if you go to settings, you can basically see a detailed performance analytics for each setter. And now let's go into the closest page too as well. Now we're going to go to the pipeline stage. So in the pipeline page, was really good. Perfect. So it's probably ready to host on Vercel, which means it's going to be available to the URL link. And in order for us to do that, we're going to need to create a GitHub account. And what GitHub is basically, it's just think of it as the Google Drive for your program files basically. So all we are going to do is you want to create one together with a Vercel account, which you can quickly do it by just searching for Vercel and signing up. Same for GitHub, and also signing up. And here I'm just going to do this message: help me push this code over to GitHub. And we're just going to send it over now. And if you've not linked to a GitHub account with Antigravity, when it comes to push the code to GitHub, it's going to ask you to set it up. It had just committed. Click on publish branch, and let's see, let's make it a private, and has basically published the AI dashboard repository to GitHub. And if you open GitHub here, we would see it. Perfect. So now what we are going to do, since this is on GitHub, we're going to go to Vercel, click on add new project. Then you're going to see the app that we just pushed, or should I say the repository that we just pushed to GitHub. And all you want to do is just click on import, and we want to set up our environment variables, the ones that we set up in the .env. If we go here, env local, and just paste it too as well. And all you have to do is just click on deploy and give it a few seconds, and this web app will be accessible in the internet basically. And it's just finished. So let's click on continue to dashboard, and you're gonna find the link here. And perfect, you can see we're accessing it from a link which we can open anywhere, and basically open it, and we can see the setters, closest page, everything is working. Perfect. And that's it. You just watched how to build dashboards that sell for $3,000, not $500. And you're no longer building PT dashboards that get ignored. You're actually building business value first dashboards that actually sell. And the system is simple. Extract value first, let AI build it, and then deploy it into production. And that is exactly how premium and business value first dashboards are made. Now, if you want my team to help you identify high demand offers, systemize your service delivery, and help you land your first deal, you can click the first link in the description below, and let's get you set up with that. Now, take what you learned here today and go build dashboards that businesses can't live without. I'm Ahmed, and I will see you in the next one.